Hey Eastgate, just a quick update to remind everybody that all of our services right now are online only. That will be for the next several more weeks. We'll just see as this thing unfolds what the recommendations are at that point. But this coming Sunday, we're going to have our normal service at 10 a.m. You can see us on Facebook or on YouTube. We're going to be doing communion this Sunday, so when you gather with your family or by yourself around the TV or the computer, wherever you're watching us, make sure you have some bread with you and wine or juice, whatever you have available. Honestly, those are symbols. So whatever sort of symbols of sustenance you can get, even if it's a donut and a coffee, we're going to work with that. Those are symbols that reflect a larger and greater truth, and we'll talk about that on Sunday. But when you show up to watch on Sunday morning, be prepared for that. We are going to do communion. Also want to remind you that tonight is Worship Wednesday. So tune in on Facebook. This will be a Facebook Live event only. At 7 o'clock, it's going to be a time of worship and prayer. We're going to pray for our nation. We're going to pray for our world. And listen, if you're like me, there's a lot of news broadcasts you're watching, a lot of Facebook, maybe more than normal, definitely for me. And we're getting a lot of information, a lot of things that we're having to try to process. Tonight, we want to take some time just to worship and even spend some time to be quiet before the Lord. See how He'll minister to us in that quiet. And we're going to pray together and find strength in that together. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing a new class, Theology Thursday. So we got Worship Wednesday, Theology Thursday, Friday Fun Night. But Theology Thursday is going to be an online class as well. You can find information about that on our Facebook page. And then you just join the class, and we're going to be starting that tomorrow at 6:30. Friday at 7 o'clock, we're going to have Friday Fun Night. Matt's going to do some cover song. I'm going to try to do a painting. I may not finish it all in one night. The British reading guy is going to show up, and I'm going to read The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe for a while, just as a bedtime story for the kiddos if they're interested, or the adults if they're interested. And then we're going to have trivia night after that. So we got a lot of things planned coming up. Be prepared for that. Hang in there, cats and kitties. This is all in God's hands. We're trusting Him and believing in His grace and continued love for us to bring us through this time. I know people have asked me, is this a sign of the time? Is this an indicator that Jesus's return is soon? Yeah, I would say yeah. Jesus said in Matthew 24 that this is going to characterize the world while we're waiting for His return. There's going to be earthquakes and hurricanes and diseases. And it's been going on like that for 2,000 years. Whether or not these are specific things happening that pinpoint a specific time that Jesus is coming back, I certainly wouldn't know that and wouldn't trust anybody who say they do. The fact is, and I've said it before, and don't lose sight of this, whether Jesus returns tomorrow or 1,000 years from now, our job description is the same. We're called to love God and love people. Loving God by loving people. And right now, the way we love people is to stay away from them, is to do our best to join the efforts to mitigate the spread of this disease. So stay home if you are able to. Don't go out unless you have to. Let's trust the Lord to enable us to lead the way in showing what it's like to care for our fellow human being as a demonstration of our love for God. We'll get through this. It's going to be all right. Hang in there, cats and kitties. God's grace is ever prevalent and always there to sustain us in times of trouble. Right on?